Aloha, beautiful souls. This is Ryan of tranSOULution, and welcome to my channel, Transform with Ryan, where I am bringing you that light whenever there are shadows. Now, in this Pick a Card Tarot reading, we are going to be getting some advice from your spirit guides to bring you closer to your desires. So take a look at these four options here. We have spirituality as option number one. We have no judgments as option number two. We have abundance as option number three. And we have divine timing as option number four. So again, take a look at the images on these cards, or perhaps even the word or phrase on it, and see which one calls to you the most. And I would start at that reading. But of course, if more than one of these cards calls to you, by all means, trust your intuition, trust your gut, and go to the reading for those other cards as well. So you'll see the timestamps below in the description box, and I will see you at your reading. Hey there, Star Fam! Welcome back to another reading here at Transform with Ryan. I'm so happy to share space with you energetically once again to provide you some information and advice from your spirit guides to bring you closer to your desires. And for those of you that are new to this channel, I'm sending you a big warm welcome and aloha! Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so glad that we were brought together into this virtual space here on YouTube. Let me know where you're tuning in from in the comments down below. So happy to have you here. So for those of you that were drawn to this first card here, spirituality, I'll read the bottom for you. It says, everything happens for a reason. It is time to grow your spirituality. Think about your spiritual aspects, study spiritual matters, and practice connecting to the divine at a deeper level. So what I'm seeing here for those of you drawn to this card is actually meditation. Meditation is a wonderful practice for you to connect with spirit. You know, people say that with prayer, you are speaking to source, speaking to God. And with meditation, you are listening for the wisdom and the guidance from God, listening for the wisdom and the guidance from spirit. And so part of spirituality is listening to the signs, the downloads, the messages, those intuitive gut hits, gut feelings, gut instincts from spirit and universe that are guiding you along a certain path or to take a certain step, even if it doesn't seem logical. A lot of times, guys, that's actually where the magic happens, is when your heart and your spirit is telling you something and your brain is like, that don't make no sense. But you feel compelled to do it anyway. So that's one thing that I see that I'm getting for some of you who chose this card. And another thing that I'm getting is that for others of you, now is actually a good time to explore other spiritual practices. So maybe some of you use yoga or meditation. Maybe some of you even read tarot cards yourselves as a way to connect with spirit. But there could be other ways, new ways for you to connect and even go deeper and expand your awareness and consciousness and connect to the collective consciousness and the divine as well. Things like breath work, for example, is a great way to connect with spirit. Past life regressions can connect you with spirit as well. Some people even meditate by doing artwork and just painting, and it's not like you're trying to paint a specific thing. You're just letting the pen, the marker, the paintbrush just kind of flow all over the page or the canvas without necessarily trying to create form. Okay, it's not like you're trying to draw a tree or something. You're just letting the shapes come to you. And I've actually tried that once before, and the insight that I got with just sort of free drawing, free art work was so profound and so meaningful, and it could be something that would benefit you as well. But if you're into meditation, I do have a playlist on my channel here with different meditations that you can try out as well, if that's something you haven't explored yet, or you'd like to see how I do my meditations, all right, and see what you can gain from that. So that's how we can start off your reading to get you a little closer to your desires is tapping into that spirituality, receiving these downloads by doing some sort of practice of connecting with yourself and tuning the rest of the world out. And it doesn't have to be long. That's the thing some people feel, get intimidated by, or they get sort of put off by, is they think they have to sit in meditation for like hours or 30 minutes or whatever. No. You can meditate and doodle or do yoga, whatever, do breath work for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, So it's not like super time consuming of a practice. Oh, wow, I actually did that. I was able to shuffle it like both ways. So let's pull some of these tea leaf fortune cards to get some more advice to see how you can get a lot closer to your desires. Like maybe what actions you can take, what things you need to be aware of here. So let's see what we're getting. I feel like we need 4s. Feeling the number 4. All right, so first out we have the club. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. And so what this is telling me is really just to align with your true desires. A lot of times we make decisions based on what we think we should do, not what's actually within our heart. And so to get closer to your desire, you need to do things that align with your heart, because your desires stem from your heart, right? They stem from your soul. That's where true desires come from, not from thought, not from the brain, right? If you're hungry, the brain cues you. It has a part in it to help you plan how to get food. But that initial hunger, it's very instinctual. And so your spirit guides are saying that don't do anything against your will. If you're not feeling it, again, where focus goes, energy flows. So if you're focusing on doing things you don't like, things that you don't desire, then you're going to find yourself in situations that are very undesirable. So put as much time and energy towards the things that you do want to do, and don't let someone else strong arm you into doing something you're not into, especially don't succumb to peer pressure, right? And next we have bouquet, compliments from an admirer. Ooh, that sounds nice. What I'm sensing from this is there's an element of needing an outside presence, an outside force to believe in your desires and your dreams as well. Does that make sense? Sometimes our minds, we need that outside reassurance and that outside validation to make us feel like we're on the right track, right? I mean, how many of you have ever gone to the store and you saw a shirt or a dress or a jacket, pants that you thought looked really cute, and you tried them on and you're like, oh yeah, these do look really cute. But you went and asked your friend or your sibling or your parents, like, hey, does this thing look good on me? Right? Because you want that confirmation. And so what I'm getting here is definitely share your desires with people, but you want to share it with a select group of people, or just one person, someone that believes in you, and someone who also thinks that, things are possible for you. You don't want to share your dreams and desires with people who are, sort of like negative Nancy's or like naysayers, because then you're going to sort of subconsciously get brainwashed into thinking it's not going to be possible for you. So it's important to get people that are on your side, that want you to have your desires, right? It's not that they want what's best for you, because that's subject to their own bias. Does that make sense? What you want is someone who's just going to support you. No matter what thing you say, no matter how crazy it sounds, they'll support you and they'll want that for you, simply because they want you to be happy. Not so much like they want what's best for you. Do you guys kind of see that distinction? I know I have some friends where I can share things with them and they won't put it down or challenge it or be like, oh no, that's not possible, or have you really thought that out, right? There's certain people in our life that are kind of skeptical about possibilities becoming a reality. And so that's not the type of person you want to be sharing this with. So just be mindful of who you shared this dream with. And the compliment is sort of like this positive reinforcement, okay? So next up we have the I. It says psychic ability, trust your intuition. How appropriate is that to go with the spirituality, okay? Because the more you connect with spirit, the more you connect and strengthen that relationship with your intuition as well. And the intuition is like that compass, that inner knowing that's going to guide you towards the steps necessary to reach your desires. So practice and build your spirituality here, because that's going to strengthen your intuition. That's going to guide you along this pathway. Next, we have flowers, and it's happiness. And so this speaks to a lot of vibrational energy as well, because you attract what you are, not what you want. Okay, remember that, loves. Maybe comment that down in the comments below. You attract what you are, not what you want, because it's a very important principle on bringing your desires and manifesting your dreams into reality. And so happiness is a higher vibrational frequency. So when you are existing and being in higher vibrational energies, then your desires, which will also make you happy, are easier to come towards you. But if you're in that energy of like grief, shame, anger, impatience, like scarcity mindset, like feeling unstable, insecure, when you're in that vibration, then it's going to be harder for you to bring in situations and bring in things and instances that are going to make you happy. So the more, again, you're doing things that you like, and therefore you're happy, the more support you have from people that feed this happiness and this excitement for your dreams and goals, the more likely and the easier it is to bring you closer to your desires. Does that make sense, loves? Let's get some tarot cards as well to get some clarity on this information here, this advice that we're getting from spirit, from your guides. Okay, I'm feeling the number 5 with this one. So we'll pull out 5 cards for y'all, okay? We have the Page of Cups, Queen of Cups. Okay, wow, we got a couple of suits out here. Next, we have the King of Coins. Wow, okay, we have 3 court cards. And the 9 of Coins. And the Hanged Man. Okay, so what do we got going on here? So what I'm getting here from Spirit for sure is there is a sequence that must be followed, okay? Page, Queen, King. So it's not that your desires are going to just fall into your lap. But honestly, like, when does that ever really happen? Half the time anyway, right? There's a sequence of events that has to happen to bring you towards your desires. And what I'm getting from Spirit as well is it's you're gonna feel it. So it's so important that you really develop your spirituality and your intuition, because you're going to feel it, okay? It's kind of like, I don't know if any of you have ever had that feeling where like something bad is going to happen or something good is around the corner, or you're coming towards the end of like a corn maze, right? If you've ever been in one of those corn mazes during the fall. Or even if you're just watching a movie and you don't remember how long the movie is and you're not keeping track of time, like there's this feeling that the ending to the movie is coming, or there's this feeling that something is about to happen. Okay, that's what this sequence of events is. You're going to get these feelings that's going to guide you towards the next step until ultimately you achieve it. And what's represented here with the 9 of Coins is this stability. And so what I'm getting from Spirit for many of you that were drawn to this card is that your desire, your root desire, is actually for stability. Like, things in your life right now feel so chaotic, so uncertain. And what you're truly craving and desiring is stability. And it could be in finances, right? Like maybe it's been hard to make ends meet because of what's been happening around in the world, or business has been slow, or your hours got cut. Or maybe your desire is to find your romantic partner because you deep down don't have this stability of like someone that you can rely on, right? Maybe a lot of the people in your life are flaky or unreliable, or they tend to hurt your feelings a lot. And your desire is to have this partner, and what that partner can represent to you on a deeper level is this stability and this trust that like everything is okay in the world. Do those kinds of things make sense, loves? Okay. Or maybe it's your health and you really just need that reassurance that things are going to be okay, that your health is not going to be up and down, up and down, up and down, that it's going to be just healthy, just well. So that's what's coming, this desire for stability. It's what's coming, and you have to just trust this sequence of events. And we have the cups here, the chalices, and coins is at the top. And so what Spirit is saying with this kind of progression here is that it all starts with your feelings. It all starts with your emotions. Like, take a moment right now and just check in with your emotional well-being. Do you feel safe? Do you feel happy? Do you feel love? Do you feel at peace? And if that's not how you're feeling, then you're not going to be able to manifest the things you want in your life. That's just how it is. Coins is about material, physical objects. So you're not going to be able to bring that into physical dimension if your emotions don't feel very stable or secure, okay? Now, lastly, here we have the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is all about changing your perspective. So the Hanged Man sees the world upside down. And so I want to say that with spirituality, when you connect with Spirit, you see things differently. You experience things differently. What once was painful can feel like a release, like a healing, okay? What once was sad can be translated and turned into strength. So one way to bring your desires closer to you is to simply change your perspective. Change the way you look at an event, look at your situation, and turn it into something productive, perhaps. Like, be solution focused rather than just saying, oh, this is a problem, this is a problem, this sucks, this stinks, this is awful. Just say, okay, yeah, it is all of those things, but from this moment forward, I'm going to look at it differently. I'm going to look at this as an opportunity for me to really demonstrate my skills, demonstrate my perseverance, demonstrate my commitment to bringing this desire into my life. All right. Ooh, wow. This reading was super, super deep. So that was just the first card, y'all. I can't wait to see what the other options hold for everyone. So with this last card that I'm going to pull out for you all, this is a card of sacred geometry. And what it's going to do is it's going to activate your connection with Spirit. It's going to anchor in this energy into your mind, into your subconscious, these learnings, these teachings, this advice, so that you can be that much closer. Oops. Okay, maybe that wasn't such a great idea. But that much closer to bringing your desires into your reality. So your image is soul time. How appropriate, soul time. Getting in touch with your soul, getting in touch with Spirit. So look at this image, pause the screen, let it meditate on this, connect with it. Just stare into this image like you did those old 3D posters. And on the bottom, it says the frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibility of a new reality to emerge. Oh my gosh, AKA the reality in which you have your desires. One that embraces the concept that while the corporeal body is mortal, the soul is timeless, limitless, that's the key word there, limitless, and infinite. So beautiful souls, please give this video a like, comment down below, and make sure you subscribe to this channel, especially if you enjoyed this reading. And I can't wait to do another reading for you soon. If you're ready for another reading though, you can click this link right up here in the top right corner, and it'll take you to another one of our readings on this channel here, Transform with Ryan. But I am so honored and blessed to be able to pass this advice from your spirit guides to bring you closer to your desires today. So until next time, I am sending you all so much cosmic love and cosmic hugs. I kind of combined that. See you later. Bye. Hey there, Star Fam! Welcome back to another reading. So happy to have you back here and doing another wonderful, wonderful reading with beautiful message and advice from Spirit for each and every one of you. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. And for those of you that are new to Transform with Ryan, sending you a very warm welcome and aloha. So happy that Spirit brought us together here in this time and this space. Let me know in the comments down below where you're tuning in from. So for those of you that were drawn to this second card here, No Judgment, let's see what advice from your spirit guides will bring you closer to your desires. So I'll read this bottom for you. Are you comparing yourself with others? Everyone is different and unique. Focus on improving yourself and on your own happiness rather than focusing on others. Ooh, that is some really good advice. And you know, I'll say I'm totally guilty of that as well, where I spend so much time comparing what I'm doing to what other people are doing and comparing where I'm at to what I perceive as the success of other people. And you know, have you ever experienced that when you look at someone who has the type of success that you want, that you kind of get down on yourself? Sometimes it can be motivating and inspirational to be like, yeah, I definitely want that kind of lifestyle that that person has, or I want that sort of physique and body that that person has. But then other times, so sometimes it's motivating and it like drives you and inspires you to push harder and work harder and whatever. But other times it's like you get down on yourself because like, oh, how come I don't have those things? Or how come I'm not there yet? Or I feel like I'm doing the same things, but how come I'm not having that same result? And really, the only person you're really competing with is yourself. Everyone is different and unique. Everyone has their own journey, their own life path. Like we're all not going to follow the same exact steps on the same exact time, same exact moment as everyone else. Sometimes we take a more roundabout way to get to the same place. And so really Spirit is saying, stop focusing on others, focus on yourself, and definitely don't judge yourself poorly and be hypercritical of yourself, because that is super counterproductive in getting you closer to your desires. So let's see what other advice that Spirit has to have, that has to pass on to you. Yeah, I can speak English, guys. Here with this tea leaf fortune cards, okay? Oh, okay, that didn't work out. I guess Spirit is saying stop shuffling. Just do a little bit of this action and a little bit of this action and get the deets. So here we have Lily, spiritual love here. You know, I'm getting a message very strongly here from this card before I pull the other ones out. And with the Lily card, it says spiritual love. And what I'm getting as a translation for this, for all of you beautiful star fam here that was drawn to the No Judgment card, is celebrating your wins. Celebrating exactly where you're at. Because sometimes we get so focused on the next step and the next goal that we don't even take a moment to pause and really like look back and see how far we've come, right? And you definitely deserve at this point in time some praise and some congratulations, because you've come so far already. And in doing so, you're nurturing your dreams and desires, actually. Okay? When you celebrate your wins and your successes, you're opening yourself up energetically for more wins, successes, more victories, for just more because, you know, good things are attracted to good things. And so if you're feeling good, then all the things that are good that you want, they're going to be drawn to it. Okay? It's like that like attracts like. Okay? When it comes to manifesting, no, we're not talking about necessarily romance, like opposites attract here. No, it's like you attract who you are, not what you want. Okay? And so take some time to congratulate yourself and on what a wonderful job you've done so far. And here, oh, look at that rainbow. The most difficult part of a situation is over. Okay, so you already came so far as it is. The rest is going to be coasting along now. You have, what I'm getting for many of you is you have this foundation set for your success. But what kind of got lost here along the way is this level of trust that you are going to see the success, that is actually going to come true. And Spirit right now is telling you like, yeah, it will come true. You put in all this work. Why would you not be given this success? Why would you not be granted your desire now after all this time and effort and energy you've put into it? Just keep moving forward in the same, doing the things that you've been doing if they're working. And if something needs to be tweaked, then tweak it. And just keep moving forward because the hard part is over. Oh, that's beautiful news to be getting, beautiful advice to be getting. Bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. Wow. Oh my God, I love this combination here. And this bridge is even kind of like in the shape of a rainbow if you look at it, right? And so what I'm sensing is that many of you have overcome a huge hurdle here, and perhaps you're feeling a bit exhausted and run down because of this hurdle, and you're just like, oh my God, am I even gonna make it to the end? And Spirit is saying the finish line is literally within sight. Like it's just around the corner. Maybe you can't see it in your line of vision right now, but it's there. So just hang tight a little bit longer. And don't worry about the other people that have already, maybe made it there. You're still gonna make it to the finish line. Oh my gosh, y'all. You know what this actually reminds me of? And Spirit is like, yes, tell them this. Yes, yes, yes. So when I was in PA school and studying really hard, of course, we would compare grades. We would compare how we did to our classmates, right? Even though the class wasn't even graded on a curve. So someone said, like, stop focusing on like comparing yourself to others and putting yourself down just in case you didn't do as well as the person next to you. They said, what do you call a person who graduates medical school at the top of their class? And everyone's like, oh, a doctor. What do you call the person that graduates from medical school at the bottom of their class? A doctor. So the fact that you graduated, you're still a doctor. The fact that you met all the requirements to be certified and licensed as a doctor means you're a doctor. Even if you didn't get, 100% or an A. Like if you got a B, you still did it. Okay? Because otherwise, if you got a bad grade, you're not graduating. So you're not a doctor. So even if you got one of the lower grades but still passing, you're still a doctor. Does that make sense, loves? So, like, you and whoever you're comparing yourself to, you're going towards the same place. You're both going to end up at the same place. It's not as important, like, the how and the when. Like, you're just going to get there. So let's see what we got. Lastly, the crown, honor and respect will come to you. Oh, that's beautiful. Maybe some of you who have, been comparing yourself to others, maybe you're just feeling like you hadn't been recognized for all your hard work. And that's why maybe you're feeling like all your hard work has been for naught. And that you're wondering and asking like, God, why did I even do all this since I'm not getting that recognition for my hard work? And Spirit is saying it's coming. It's coming. You will get your dues here, okay? You will get to wear the crown, honey, okay? It's kind of like, maybe last year this person was crowned Miss Universe and, they don't run that pageant again for another year. And so this is your year. This is your week. This is your month. This is your quarter, whatever it is, right? This is your season. And it's just around the bend. Okay, so let's pull some more tarot cards to get some more lovely wisdom and advice from Spirit to bring you closer to your goals. Okay. Let's see what we got for you, Star Fam. We have the Knight of Coins. The Moon. Ooh. Oh, okay. So hold on. Let's just pause here for a second because with this Moon card, I'm getting this caution warning message from Spirit to be careful of illusions and misperception, because what you're seeing is deceiving. And so what that means is you're seeing that you haven't done enough, that you haven't met your goals. And maybe in your mind, you're thinking like people are looking at you that way as well. Like you're projecting and you're like, oh gosh, people think I'm like a failure. People aren't thinking I'm good enough. And Spirit is saying like, no, that is a illusion. That is a deception. That is a lie. People don't think that of you. People aren't thinking less of you here. Okay, that's just something that maybe your ego is telling you, or that's surfacing here because of some past trauma or hurt or something from childhood. Maybe some inner child healing is called for here. But it's all like what you're perceiving and what you're thinking of yourself with maybe self-criticism is not true at all. Like people really think highly of you, and people think that you are working hard and you are doing your best, and people around you probably see like, oh yeah, it's just a matter of time. You're going to reach your goal. You're going to make this work. You're going to be successful. It's just you're not seeing it for yourself because maybe you're being too hard on yourself. So that, again, don't tell yourself this story that you're not a success, or that you're failing, or that you're underperforming. No. Spirit is saying like the most difficult part is over. Love yourself. You've overcome things. Honor and respect are coming to you. Okay, next we have the Three of Coins. The Seven of Coins. Wow, we have a lot of coin energy here. And the Queen of Wands. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so what I'm getting here, this kind of came to me earlier, but the message wasn't as like, oh, it has to be said now. With the Knight of Coins is very dedicated and persistent, as well as patient. So those are some of the qualities that you exhibit. Maybe the patience part is a little bit not as strong right now, but Spirit is just encouraging you to be patient, that your dedication will be rewarded. Your commitment will be rewarded. The hard work you put into something will be rewarded, no matter what it is, whether that's a relationship, wealth, your health, spirituality, what have you. It will be rewarded. Like this knight knows that wherever they invest their time and energy, the results are gonna show. They will reach their goals. Now with this, Spirit is wanting me to pass on to you that if you need help with something, don't let pride or ego get in the way. Sometimes to reach your desires and goals, you can get to them a little bit faster if you find the appropriate help. If you are open to receiving assistance. That's the big thing here, is being open to receive help and aid and assistance. This doesn't make you look weak, loves. It doesn't make you look incapable. A lot of things that have to get done in this world, it takes, a couple of people to do it, or a team of people to do it, to make it a success. And so one thing that can bring you closer to your desires is recruiting the help, the aid that you need. And you don't have to do everything on your own, okay? And here with the Seven of Coins, what I'm getting from Spirit is actually a little bit in line with this. So Spirit is saying pause, right? Again, you're getting close to the end. The difficult part is over, but now is probably a good time to pause and see where your energies have been kind of like leaking, right? Like with this criticism, judging, comparing yourself with other people, and focusing on what they're doing it rather than what you're doing. So, Spirit's saying, like, pause for a second, get back on track, modify your game plan. You know, what are you going to do now with this extra time and energy that you used previously criticizing yourself, comparing yourself to others, wondering what everyone else is doing? Now that you're not doing any of that stuff anymore, how can you best allocate that time and energy towards bringing your desires even closer to you, okay? So you got to do a little bit of strategic planning here, okay? Spirit's saying do a little bit of strategic planning to get you around that last corner here towards your desire. Now here with the Queen of Wands, what I'm getting from Spirit, because there's this lion here, is it's going to take a bit of courage for this last leg of the journey. It's kind of like, oh my gosh, what I'm getting is, you know, when you go through on a video game, you go through the level, and sometimes on the levels, there are certain spots that are really hard or really challenging, and you might, you know, have to restart that level or restart that round because you died or lost health or whatever. And you're like, oh my gosh, if this part's hard, like how hard is the boss gonna be, right? At the end of the level, like on Mario, you know? You go through all these challenges and obstacles, and then you get to the boss, right? And the boss isn't any easier than the challenges and obstacles you went through before. And so Spirit is saying it's gonna take a bit of courage and bravery here to go through this last hurdle. Okay, but you have the skills that are necessary. So the most difficult part is over. You've developed the skills, you've developed the knowledge, you've gained that insight and that wisdom from your trials and tribulations. That was the difficult part. Now the boss, this next phase is about applying what you've learned, putting it into practice. Okay, that's kind of how final exams are too, right? In school, it's like you do all the homework, and that's really hard and time consuming because it's all new. But once you gain those skills, it's not new to you anymore. It's something that you'll keep forever, and you'll know just how to answer all those different questions on the exam. Okay? So go into the exam with courage and confidence, knowing you trained hard and you worked hard to get to this point. Wow, I love how this all came together for you. That was so wonderful. It's not over yet, y'all. It's not over yet. We still have another card to pull, and the intention with this card is to activate the subconscious to bring you towards that desire, manifest it into your life, but also integrate this wisdom and knowledge in your brain so you can put it into practice, and you don't have to necessarily think about it. You're just going to be able to do it naturally. It's going to become like second nature to you, to focus on yourself, do what needs to get done, adapt your strategy if need be, or come up with a brilliant new strategy for this last leg of your journey before you claim your prize. So go ahead, if you want to, you can pause the video here and just stare at this image for a few seconds. And it says magic. The frequency of magic supports our intrinsic ability to grow and expand beyond this moment, to move toward possibilities and expressions that are as grand, as profound as we can imagine. All that is required is our belief in their manifestation. So again, Spirit is saying, hang in there. Trust that you are going to receive this desire. Your hard part is over. It's all going to work out. It's literally just around the corner. So if you enjoyed your messages and you're anchoring this into your spirit, make sure you like and comment down below. Of course, if you love the vibes here and you aren't yet subscribed, please be sure to do so. Now, if you're ready for another reading, you can click this link right up here and it'll take you to another reading at our beautiful Transform with Ryan channel here. But otherwise, I am sending you all so much love and cosmic hugs. Until next time. Mwah. Hey there, Star Fam! Welcome back to another reading here at Transform with Ryan. I'm so happy to be able to do another reading for all of you. Thank you so much for your support of this channel. And For those of you that are new here to Transform with Ryan, I'm sending you such a warm welcome and aloha. So happy that Spirit brought you here to this video today. Do let me know where you're tuning in from in the comments down below. I'd love to know. So for those of you drawn to this third card here, abundance, it says on the bottom, congratulations! You are blessed with abundance. You deserve divine gifts such as good news, a new job, a new relationship, or material things. Let go of your worries and doubts. Just follow your divine guidance. So what I'm getting from Spirit here is basically your desire is like as good as done. Like it's already out there. It's already assured. And what the real challenge is here is that there's like a loss of trust that it's coming your way. There's a little bit of doubt and a little bit of worry. Like what I'm getting for those of you that were drawn to this card, it's kind of like you're worried that something is going to fall through the cracks, or you're worried that something's going to come in and take it away from you, or that you're going to get to that final point and all of a sudden they're going to be like, oh, sorry, you actually didn't win this prize, or sorry, you didn't get this promotion, or sorry, I don't want to, be with you. I don't want to date you anymore or marry you or whatever, right? There's this like fear within you that everything is going to fall apart like right at the last minute. And Spirit is saying like, no, let go of that. There's no need to worry. There's no need to doubt. Like just to kind of put this into context, I went on a trip to Mexico for my friend's birthday recently, and we had a great time, and I was having so much fun. Everything was cool. Like we were all feeling okay, but I was so worried that because there were some times where I was, eating at a restaurant in a crowded place, and I wasn't wearing my mask while I was eating, that, oh my gosh, maybe what if I get exposed to somebody that's sick, and then I test positive and I can't go back into the US from this trip, and I'm going to be stuck in Mexico and locked down and all this kind of stuff. Like I was so worried about that. And it's like, wait, why am I even worried about that? Like, I already have a ticket. I'm not feeling unwell or anything like that. No one around me is feeling unwell. Like, why would a test come back positive? Right? And so it's like, I let these worries and doubts kind of like muddle up my homecoming and make me worried that I'm not going to be able to make it back home. So I feel like for some of you that were drawn to this abundance card, it's like you were worried that things weren't going to work out. Or maybe you're thinking like, oh, things seem to have gone well. Like maybe we didn't encounter as many problems as I thought we would. So does that mean the problem's going to come now versus earlier? And we're not going to get where we want to get or get what we want. Like, there's something about like the idea of you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. Do you know that phrase? Have you heard that before? It's like when things seem too good to be true, right? So that's what I'm getting here. Like, don't create these stories in your brain that things aren't going to work out at the end, because they will. They really, really will. So let's see what we have here as other advice and messages from your spirit guides as to how you can bring yourself closer to your desires. Ooh, we have dark woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. So some of you, what I'm getting, already know who this person is. That's going to help bring you closer to your desires. And for a smaller number of you, there's another person that's going to kind of come into the picture here that's going to help get you closer to your desires. And I have a feeling now that you saw this card and know it's a dark woman. So again, someone with dark hair or a dark complexion. When you meet this person, you're going to know exactly, you're going to remember this reading, and you're going to know exactly that this is that person that's going to help bring you closer to your desires. Next, we have the letter V, victory in some endeavor. There you go. Like, you are blessed with abundance. Congratulations, it's already yours. We have firecracker, excitement. So I sense that it's related to this woman here. You're gonna have this excitement when you meet this person. It's gonna be kind of like you guys just click. That's what I'm getting here. You guys just click. You're kind of on the same wavelength, on the same page. And there's almost this familiarity and comfort level with them that's going to be so strong. And you're going to feel that excitement again because you know that you're that much closer to your desire. Like so, so close. You could practically taste it. Next, we have rabbit, too much concern with sexual matters. This is really, really interesting. What a random card that came out. I'm going to pull a tarot card to clarify this, okay? But what I'm getting here for some of you is, and this is like a special message for some of you that are watching this, okay? For some of you, this relates to the desire to have children, okay? And that perhaps some of you have been experiencing some challenges with conceiving. And Spirit is saying that the more you worry about it, the more you make your body, your physical body, a little less conducive for conception. All right? Like stress doesn't help your body with anything really, except for like running away when you're in immediate physical harm or danger. But otherwise, stress really, it doesn't optimize our health for things like conception, for things like fighting off infections or whatever, okay? And so, because the rabbit is a symbol for fertility as well. And so what I'm getting, that's why I was sensing this specific message for many of you, is that there's just this concern about whether or not you're going to be able to conceive a child or conceive another child and expand your family. And Spirit is saying that's not actually necessary. Okay? And so perhaps this dark-haired woman is some sort of healer or naturopath or gynecologist or fertility specialist that you're going to meet or you have met that's going to help you with this specific issue. Okay, so that was like a specific message. But we're going to pull some tarot cards now and let's see if there's other messages as well. So this kind of flips, so we're going to take it. The 5 of Coins. I was asking for that clarification, and this card, now I know why it flipped, because it directly goes with this. Do you see how there's this woman here, and there's this child, and the child almost looks like a ghost, because it's like kind of the same color as this water in the background. It's not the same sort of shade of blue as this woman, and there's this broken mirror. And so what I'm sensing here is like, you can feel it and you can see this future with this beautiful child, but you feel broken. You feel like there's something wrong with your body, and that's why it's not able to conceive this child. But, the more you think there's something wrong with your body, the more you create something wrong with your body. And so it's really important for you to trust that your body is functioning at its optimal level of health, and that it's the perfect vessel for conception and bringing life into the world. And so it's really getting your mind on board so that the body can also be empowered by that. All right? And it's so interesting that we have this 5 here, which is Roman numeral, looks like a V, and we have this V over there as well. And so for many of you, the number 5 is going to be significant, okay? And that could be anything, like maybe you'll conceive your child in the 5th month, which is of the year, which is May. Maybe it's gonna take the 5th, implantation into the uterus for it to take. Or maybe it's the 5th healthcare provider, naturopath, or whoever that you meet up with, or the 5th day of the week, which is, I guess it depends on what day you start with, right? So if you start with a Monday as your first day of the week, then that would be a Friday. Or if you start on Sunday, it would be a Thursday. So anyways, so the number 5 is going to be super duper important. Or maybe that could be, you know, the day that your child is born is on the 5th of the month. So I'm just going to tuck this in over here with this card, because that was like a special message, specific message there. And we are going to go through the rest of the tarot. It seems like they're just jumping now. And this Queen of Swords that came out, I'm sensing is linked to this dark woman. So this could be someone who is an air sign, right? The Queen of Swords. So this dark-haired woman could be an air sign. That would be Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. Or they could have a lot of placements in those particular signs. Like a lot of the planets could be in Libra, Gemini. Aquarius could be in an air sign, all right? And this person, personality-wise, since this is a general reading, they may not be an air sign, but personality-wise, it's someone who says it like it is. Maybe that's the best way to put it. They say it as it is. So sometimes it comes off as a bit harsh or a bit cold, maybe, or a bit insensitive, like not full of emotion or compassion is like the way they talk and share ideas. So that person may have that trait. But the beautiful thing about that is you always know where you stand. Like they're honest, sometimes brutally honest, but you are never left confused or uncertain of the state of things, okay? They'll give you the facts, they'll give you the information you need, because the Queen of Swords values truth. And they're not going to sugarcoat things or fluff things up or give false hope or set up false expectations. Like, no, they're going to give it to you real. They're going to help you, though. That's what's beautiful about the Queen of Swords. They're going to give it to you real, but they're also committed to finding a solution, finding answers. And that's just for everybody, of course, not just this this specific situation we're talking about earlier. Next, we have the 10 of Cups. So what this means is, for sure, happiness, fulfillment, emotional contentment is on its way. What I'm getting here is your angels are watching over you, and they are here to guide you through this process, give you whatever blessings that they can to help you along the way. And there's all these flowers here too that are blooming. So again, abundance, this beautiful flower, this beautiful castle, all symbols of abundance, like all this fruit here. And so these gifts are coming your way. They are coming your way. All right, you will have victory. You're going to be so excited about everything. So we have the 2 of Wands next. Then we have, the 9 of Coins. That's also a symbol of abundance and security as well. And then lastly, the 8 Major Arcana card, which is Fortitude, also known as Strength. Okay, so what do we have here? So the 2 of Wands is telling me about choice. So it's all about sort of flipping this switch in your mind, in your energetic body, of choosing this is what you're going to have, and kind of declaring it like, I am going to have a child. I am going to get this new job. I am going to, connect with the love of my life. I am going to marry this person. I am going to get a raise. It's about committing with your emotions, with your spirit, to this outcome, to this desire, okay? And not having any doubt as to whether it's going to be possible or not. That's what really holds people back from getting their desires, is because they kind of chicken out, or they start to question everything. Like, oh no, that's not going to happen to me. I'm not going to be able to get that. It's like you psych yourself out of this beautiful experience, this beautiful granting of your wish. And so Spirit, the advice is choose it. Choose victory. Choose excitement. Choose this success. Choose this stability. Choose this wealth. And you have to have that strength of character. That's what this fortitude is about. Like, you know, you can't lie to God. You can't pull a fast one on God. You can't pull a fast one on Spirit or universe. You may be taking these actions and saying like, oh yeah, of course I'm going to get it. But deep down inside, if you're doubting it, if you're not feeling worthy enough, if you don't know how to receive, you're not going to get it. That's just how it is. Because the universe, God, source, they can see through the act to the core of your essence, the core of your being. And so you have to strengthen that. Strengthen your resolve. Strengthen your belief that this is rightfully yours. Whoa, so powerful, so powerful. Now with this card that I'm going to pull next, or rather it's just going to jump out. This is a card of sacred geometry, and what it will do is going to activate your subconsciousness to bring you closer to your desires, and also sort of program in all these messages from your spirit guides so that you don't have to really think about this anymore. You're just going to act and be this type of energy. Oh, look at that romantic love, and what a beautiful, beautiful design here. So if you'd like, I recommend pausing the video now and just looking at this image for like a few seconds and really just appreciating and letting the download come in. On the bottom, it says the frequency of romantic love supports our journey to feel whole and complete through the experience with and reflection of a conscious lover. So yeah, I'm getting the message very strongly for many of you that, you know, maybe this has something to do with a family matter or conceiving, because we have this married couple here, we have the rabbit, right? So that's kind of coming through very strongly for several of you. Now, for those of you where that's actually not the case, it's really about connecting with someone. Okay, and from this connection, something can be born. And so that's what this dark woman and this Queen of Swords energy is about, is like connecting with another individual and creating something from that. That's kind of like numerology. So there's you, there's this other person, which makes two, and two come together to create a third thing, okay? And it doesn't have to be a baby. It could be like a new project. It could you meeting with your boss to manifest this raise, manifest this promotion. You meeting with another person and manifesting this relationship. You meeting up with someone else, coming together, creating a beautiful project, a artwork, a video game, a house, like putting something together, right? So it's all about bringing the pieces together. So if you enjoyed your reading and it resonated with you, please, I invite you to like and comment down below. And if you haven't yet subscribed and you resonate with the vibes here at Transform with Ryan, please make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on the next video. And of course, if you're ready for the next video, you can click this link right up here in the top right corner and it'll take you to another video. So until next time, my loves, thank you all so much for your support and spending time with me today for your reading. I'm sending you so much love and cosmic hugs. Mwah. Hey there, Star Fam! Welcome back to another reading here at Transform with Ryan. I'm so excited to be sharing space with you all again and be bringing on these beautiful messages from Spirit for helping you get closer to your desires. So for those of you that are new to this channel, I'm just sending you a warm welcome and aloha. So happy that you're here and that Spirit has connected us together. Please let me know where you're tuning in from in the comments down below, okay? So let's get into your reading. My card for crew, it says divine timing. Everything happens in divine timing. Your answer will come to you later. Trust the universe. Be positive in every situation, and you will be rewarded with a positive outcome. So what Spirit is telling me here is that some of you that were drawn to this card have been feeling a bit impatient lately. And as a matter of fact, that doesn't bring you closer to your desire. In fact, it kind of pushes it further out. And so the message here to kind of start your reading off is to trust. Trust that the universe that God, that source has your best interest in mind, your happiness in mind, and that this desire will come to you at the perfect time. All right? And that you ultimately be rewarded, like the card says. You'll be rewarded. So let's get some tea leaf cards out here to see more about this advice from your spirit guides that can bring you closer to your desire. So what I'm getting here is just relax, relax. Don't put too much pressure on yourself or anybody else into bringing this desire into reality. Okay, because again, like I was saying, you don't want to push it further away. It's kind of like you don't want to be that nagging child that's like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Now can I have my toy? Now can I have my candy? Not right? Like you don't want to be that kind of person when it comes to working and co-creating with the universe, right? So next up we have archway. New opportunities, possibilities, and paths are opening up. So this is why you haven't gotten your desire yet, because there's this new pathway that is coming into your life, a new opportunity, a new possibility. So maybe for some of you that are like, how come I haven't found this job yet? It's because that's what you've been applying for. That's not the job for you. There's another job that, the opening wasn't quite there yet, and soon that opening will be there and you can apply for that position instead. And that's the place you're actually supposed to end up, right? Or maybe it's even with like someone you're wanting to date and you haven't found the match yet. It's because your match isn't close by. Maybe they are not moving to your town yet, or maybe you're not moving to their town yet, or maybe they're just about to get out of a bad relationship and so they're not single yet, right? So it's all about new opportunities and possibilities, and paths have to open up first for you to get to your desire. And there's so many moving pieces, right? There's so many moving pieces that kind of take you down this road. Seahorse. Oh, I haven't seen this card. Family matters. So what I'm getting, there's two sides to this card actually with family matters. There's like family matters as in family is important and that you should be focusing on your family right now and whatever needs they have. Or it could mean family matters as in there's some situation happening in your life right now related to your family that needs to be addressed. So either focus on your family, give them love, give them attention, or there's a specific problem or issue that needs to be fixed or attended to regarding your family, okay, before your desire can come through. I think maybe we'll have to get a tarot card to clarify this, is what I'm kind of getting, because this seems to be something that's for a subset of you that were drawn to this card here. Next we have bowl, plenty of material things. So what I'm getting here is you have all the resources actually to get to your desires. So it's not that you're missing anything, okay? It's not that you're missing anything right now. It's just all a matter of timing. It's all a matter of getting certain things done when it comes to family matters. It's not that you have to go buy something else right now, or you have to, download another app, a different app for dating. It's nothing like that. Like you have everything you need right now for your desires. So it's not so much the need to expand your reach in some way, shape, or form, or gather more resources and hoard and build up some kind of stash. Like it's not about that at this point in time. Carrot, opportunity or windfall. There you go. We were just talking about this. So definitely what I'm sensing with the carrot is, in those old cartoons, I think it was like Looney Tunes or something like that, they used to put the carrot at the end of like a fishing pole, and they used to like use it to lure like a rabbit to a trap where they can catch it. Some people even do that. I think turtles eat carrots also. So you know how sometimes you like, here, come here, come here. It's like that's what people do with the carrot. And so right now the universe, spirit is saying, hey, we're trying to give you the signs. We're trying to lead you down this path. So just pay attention, okay? Pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to any strokes of insight or the sudden emotional feeling of excitement, or like feeling drawn or magnetized to a certain place, to a certain person, to a certain website, to a certain email, or whatever. Like just the universe is leaving you like kind of like these breadcrumbs to kind of guide you on the easiest pathway toward your desire. Okay? And it's interesting. So what I'm getting here is you'll get to your desire faster the more you trust the signs that the universe is giving you. So that's what that it's all in divine timing thing is about. It's like, how fast do you want to get there? Like, how fast do you want to complete these steps and complete this task, complete this sequence of events, right? Like you set the pace for yourself here. All right, let's get some tarot cards. I know I mentioned we're going to pull one specifically to clarify that, but we're just going to pull 5 cards in general as well to kind of get a overall picture, okay? So, Spirit is saying 3 times, and it will be done. All right. So, you know, this card came out for almost every reading. That is insane. So 9 of coins. That speaks to stability. It speaks to a very positive outcome, that it's almost like a guarantee that things will work out fine. Okay? And the thing with the 9 of coins is she is a very successful and wealthy individual. She represents wealth and abundance, and it's because she has this wisdom about her. She's accumulated all this knowledge, all these skills, and she knows how to apply it. She knows how to use her time appropriately and wisely, doesn't get distracted along the path, and she just gets it done. And so that's what Spirit is saying here, that if you put in the time, if you put in the effort, you will get what you want. You know, it's kind of like maybe you're given a task to complete during the day at work. Just think of it that way. And some people, they'll complete it right away within an hour. They'll be super duper focused, get it done within an hour, and then they're free the rest of the day. Other people, they're like, okay, I'll just work on it for 10 minutes and, you know, I think I need to go to the bathroom. I think I need a snack. I think I want to grab a coffee. Then they get distracted and it takes them like 3 or 4 hours before they complete that same task that everyone else was assigned. So it's like everyone will get there, hopefully. The task will be completed, but some people will get there faster than others because they're a little bit more focused. And they're a little bit more aware of these opportunities to get the job done easier, more efficiently even. So 4 of Cups here. So what I'm getting with this card, interestingly enough, is Spirit is saying, don't get distracted. Don't daydream and get lost in your thoughts. Pay attention, right? New opportunities and possibilities are coming. Opportunities are windfall, breadcrumbs, carrot on a stick. They're all like, universe is guiding you towards it. So be alert, be aware of what's happening around you. Next, we have the 7 of coins. This actually came out for another reading as well. So if you were drawn to another pile, definitely check it out, okay? Go to whatever other pile you were reading, because some of these cards do have a bit of an overlap. And so with this is about pausing and strategizing, like seeing which path to take, taking this knowledge and adjusting your approach as needed. getting, I'm trying to find the words for this. That's why there was like such a pause. With this, it's kind of like seeing as much of the picture as you can. With the 7 of coins, you don't quite see the whole picture just yet, like with the 9 of coins, but you have a good amount of information. You have a good amount of insight and knowledge to move forward in the best way possible. And so it has to do, Spirit telling me, it has to do with this archway, these new opportunities, new possibilities, and paths opening up. So what I'm seeing here is there's plural: opportunities, possibilities, and paths. And so you are going to have to look at all of these options and decide which is the easiest, efficient, most, I guess profitable would be one way to put it, which path is going to lead that way. Okay, so even though Spirit is giving you all these signs and giving you all these opportunities, you still have to make some choices. You still have to make some decisions on how you want to go about this. Okay, it's really interesting. Spirit just told me it's like a treasure hunt or like a crossword puzzle. Okay, it's like there's so many different words on the page. You don't have to start on the very first word at the top. You can start with whatever is the first word you see and like circle that and then cross it out. And like same thing with the treasure hunt. You can go onto the path and whichever item shows up first, then you cross that out rather than specifically looking for one thing. Yeah, I hope that's making sense to you, loves. So Spirit is saying constantly take a look at the bigger picture. Okay? And don't be so stuck and attached to like, this is the only way I can go to get to success. Okay, Spirit's saying like there's options here. Next, we have the 7 of chalices. Okay, were we not just talking about options? Like there's all these different fish here. All of them are equally good. All of them, I mean, they practically look the same. So it's not like one fish is better than the other, but you know, they're all going to be blessings. And so you have 2 7s here. So 7 is the number of spirit and intuition and guidance and of a higher power, of divine order, divine nature, like the tapestry of life. And so it kind of goes back to this here where like Spirit is saying like, don't get distracted so easily, be aware, trust your instincts, trust your gut, trust the signs, keep an eye out for all these opportunities, okay? And when you see the opportunity, check in with yourself on an emotional level and see if that lines up. Like, are you feeling fearful? Are you feeling nervous about it? And if so, why? And once you get to the answer, then it might deter you from that pathway. If you're feeling excited about it, or if you see this opportunity, you feel excited about it, check in with yourself. Why do I feel excited about it? Does this feel like really aligned with me? Or am I just excited because I want to take a shortcut and I want to cheat? And it'll get me somewhere faster. Right? So kind of like examine that. Yeah, this is interesting. Interesting stuff. So next we have the 10 of coins. Beautiful. So wow, so we have 3 coins here. And we have a 9 and the 10. So again, this to me is just a confirmation, another guarantee that you are going to reach your destination. But with you, particularly with my pile ones, it's like, it's a choose your own adventure. There's multiple ways to get to your desire. It's just a matter of how you want to get there, how fast you want to get there, what kind of tasks and what kind of things you're willing to do, right? Like, you know, you can have a presence online and be an influencer, and you can be an influencer on TikTok, you can be an influencer on Instagram, you can be an influencer on YouTube, you can be an influencer on Twitter, you can be an influencer on Facebook, right? There's all these different outlets for you to be an influencer and have a social media presence. It's just a matter of like, which one do you want to do? Which one do you prefer? And so one way you can decide on that is, again, going into your emotional state and into your feelings and trusting your gut. Oh, actually, I wanted to clarify the seahorse. So 5 of Cups. So this seahorse thing, what I'm getting here is there is definitely something that you've been afraid of facing when it comes to family matters, and Spirit is saying now's the time to face it, because that is how you're going to find peace. Okay? So don't cover your face, don't linger any longer, just dive right in and face it. And Spirit is saying it's not actually going to be as bad as you think it will be when you confront this fear and you just go forward and step into this confrontation of sorts, right? Where you're just going to have to talk it out. You're just going to have to really communicate with each other and say the things that maybe you were holding back, and listen to the things that they're saying as well. Yeah, very, very interesting. Okay, so that kind of goes with the seahorse there. Is just sucking it up and moving forward and addressing the problem there. Okay, so back to this pile of cards. This is a sacred geometry card here, and what that's going to do is going to help unlock things within your subconscious to help bring your desires closer, but also help anchor in these messages from your reading today into your subconscious so that it's more instinctual and you don't have to consciously think about, you know, like being open to seeing these new opportunities and possibilities and pathways, seeing the breadcrumbs and the clues, and realizing you have everything you need and you don't need to buy anything more or accumulate more resources, physical resources or wealth to accomplish your goal, okay? So here we go, third eye chakra. So take a moment right now to pause the video and just look at this image for a few seconds. And on the bottom here, it says the frequency of the third eye chakra, the indigo flower of life, supports our intuition and our inner knowing, our imagination, and our psychic powers. So again, a lot of intuition for you, my card 4 crew, trusting your intuition and allowing yourself to feel your way through this experience towards your desires, okay, rather than spend too much time thinking. There's no swords here. It's all coins and cups, so emotions and bringing things into reality based on trusting your instincts, trusting your gut. So that's your reading, my loves. Give a like and comment down below. Let me know what resonated with you. And of course, if you're enjoying the vibes here and you haven't yet already, make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on any readings in the future. If you're ready for your next reading, you can definitely click this link right up here in the top right. It'll take you to your next reading here at Transform with Ryan. Otherwise, until next time, sending you all so much love and cosmic hugs. Mwah.